Shalom. This is Dr. Zawar Kal from Germany with a new lesson. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor and thanks unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakudash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Millstone, who told us the truth. Peace and blessings, salutations to the elect out there, spreading this truth and sincerity. And also charity across the four winds. Yeah, man. So it's going to be another transit lesson. Yeah, in transit. But I'm going to touching on righteousness has to rule to take all problems away, man. You know, because we have to understand that in this society or in this world, everybody want to solve some problem. You know, like here, for example, the inspiration of this lesson comes to this newscast of RT America, where Rick Sanchez, I think 2 or 3 days ago, was speaking about the lead, which poisoned above 50,000 mothers, and to that their breast milk is contaminated and is basically poisonous to the children, because the lead the body can't break up the lead, basically can't destroy the lead. If I remember right, it was lead. So then, of course, you have an activist group that is fighting against it, that these people are going to take this out of everything because it's in the water, you know. That's why we don't drink tap water, for example. We out here don't drink tap water, man. Don't drink tap water. Tap water is fucking poisonous. Don't drink fluoride. It dumps you down, you know. So of course you take certain precautions, you know, certain steps to the best for our temple. But each was poisonous day in, day out, man. You know, I'm driving a car right now, it's poisonous to the world. You got the chemtrails in the air. Everything's poisonous on this planet. So what we have to understand is we got so many problems. You got war, you know, you got famine, you got death and destruction, everything. All these things, you got poison everywhere. And it's just in the minuscule, man. You know, there are far greater things that we don't even know about that Esau's doing under the surface. You know, or how do you think, like, for example, the green energy is not green energy, man, you know? Because when you think about it, all this supposed electric energy, so on and so forth, which is supposedly green energy, where's it coming from, man? From, I don't know the English words, man. So like sometimes in certain aspects, my English is not that, because my supposed mother language is German. But what I mean is, you got the charcoal factories that produce the electricity and poison the whole air. So you have to understand that Esau's world is just poisonous unto us, man. It's just bringing death unto us. Okay? It's just bringing death unto us. Don't think that certain activist groups or anything gonna save you or gonna make a difference in this kingdom. They won't make a difference. They can do whatever the fuck they want, man. Why do you think we don't go protesting? Why do you think we don't go out marching, get Black Lives Matter, this, that, and the third? Why? Because it's all useless, man. It's all for vanity, man. It's all vanity. Why? Because nothing's gonna change until the righteous rulers gonna be in authority, man. Because you got all these problems in this world. But let Israel be in authority, let Israel be in rulership, and all these problems gonna be solved. Why? Because we're gonna rule in righteousness after Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's perfect law, statutes, commandments. Why? Because we're gonna be changed in the twinkling of an eye, and the law is gonna be written in our inward parts, man. Okay? Of course, then we're gonna be perfect rulers. So we have to understand that, man. Because let me read it, man. Let me read it. Salaki. In the book of 2 Peter. Salakia. 2 Peter, chapter 3, and let me start at verse 10. And it says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night." Why? Because these people don't watch. Okay, we're watching, but people don't watch. For what? For the prophecy, for the signs to come. They don't understand them, so they don't even watch for them. Even though we tell them, but they still don't want to watch. So it says, so like, in which the heavens shall be on fire. In which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. So basically the earth gonna burn, man. The earth gonna be cleansed through fire this time. Because I think when we go up, it says verse 7 or verse 6, whereby the old that then was, being overflow of water, perished. See, so the first death is the water, the second death is the fire. Verse 7, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. See, so the fire gonna cleanse the world. Verse 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought to be in honor of conversation and godliness? See, so what person are we going to be, man? A person follow Yahweh Bashem Yahushua or not? That's the question. Verse 12, looking for a hastening unto the coming of the day of the Lord, of the Most High, wherein the heavens being of fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. And we hasten the day, man. We hasten it. We want it today. We want it right now. We're gonna want to be free from this wicked hellhole. Verse 13, that's the point. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And how are we going to dwell upon this planet earth? Through the elect, which are going to be ruling in righteousness. Through Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. And that's the only way how to solve all problems, man. Solve all problems. Okay, let's go real quick to the what I was thinking about. So like, let's go real quick to Revelation. I'll write this out of prison comes to my mind. Revelation chapter 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. Okay, new heaven represents a new rulership, which is the elect. You know, because the elect going to be the governing body of the kingdom to come, which is going to be ruled by the Israelites, like it says in Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. The saints, the elect shall take the kingdom, possess the kingdom. So like, possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Okay. So now to keep on reading. And a new earth. Why? Because the fire gonna cleanse the earth, and the earth gonna be rebuilt, man. You know, because the earth won't perish, like it says in Ecclesiastes 1:4. The generation gonna pass, but the earth gonna abide forever. Okay. And the first earth and the first, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. See, so the first rulership, was talking about Eastern rulership, is taken out of power, man. Verse 2, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, which is talking about the elect coming down from the most high out of heaven. Why? Because like it says in 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 15, we're going to be beamed up and only see with our eyes the road of the wicked, some of the number, but the elect going to see that. So how are we going to see this only through with our eyes? Well, because we're going to be in the chariots, and then they're going to be the glass, and we're going to look down and we're going to see the destruction, like it says in Psalms 91. We only see with our eyes the road of the wicked. Okay. Come down out of heaven. Okay, prepared as the bride adorned for her husband. See, so it's talking about the nation of Israel, man. Because the supposed Christians want to say, well, a whole, what is it called? Place gonna drop down. Now we were people for our place. So we, as a bride, are adorned for the husband, man. We are made ready, man. You know, like it says in the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 3. And I heard a great voice from heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men. See, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them. And they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them, and be their power. See, the Heavenly Father is going to be our power, man. We're going to be perfect, man. And to that perfect rulership going to come. To that peace going to come on this planet Earth. Verse 4. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death for the Israelites, okay, because they're going to be made immortal. So like, yeah. Neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things that pass away, because the former world, this painful world, this hell that we live in, will pass away, man. Okay, so now you're thinking like, yeah, it's gonna be good for Israel, but let's read it, man. The book of Isaiah. Book of Isaiah chapter 2, because even Edom is gonna rejoice, man, when Israel is gonna be power again, man. Okay, when the elect, the righteous man, gonna be in power again. Because you have to understand, we're gonna be different, man. We're gonna have the Lord's commands perfectly written on our mind. We won't go off anymore. We're gonna be perfect. That's why we're gonna be immortal. Because what is the wages of sin? Death. So the only reason why we're dying is the sin, man. And we can't sin anymore. We won't die anymore. So it's Isaiah chapter 2, verse 1. The word of Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. Okay, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai's house shall be established on the top of the mountains, which means the mountain represents the government. So we're going to be on top of the government, man. We're going to be the number one people, man. Okay, as a nation. Even the least going to be as King David. The Israelites going to be ruling, man. We're going to be the royal people. And the Israelites that don't want to listen right now are going to wake up to shame, everlasting shame. But still they're going to be above the heathen. Because they're going to be ranked in the kingdom. And it says, Salakia shall be established on the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above all hills, see, above all small governments. And all nations shall flow unto it. See, so all nations are going to flow unto the Israelites. Why? Verse 3. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the power of Jacob. And he would teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. Salakia. He would teach us our ways, his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. See? So the law gonna come from us, man. So you people gonna flow onto us and gonna be happy about it, man. Gonna be finally in peace. Because this right now is on rest. Because polluted. To show destruction, Micah 2 and 10. Okay, arise and depart, for this is not your rest. Verse 4, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their plowshares into their swords into plowshares. See that? So, hey, let's keep on reading. And their spears into pruning hooks. Nations shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So peace is going to be established on the planet Earth when the Israelites are in rulership. So you have to understand, we have a replenished Earth. We have a new rulership. Okay, we have a new government, what everybody's seeking for. New rulership, we're going to have it. Okay, we're going to have a new Earth, a refreshed Earth. So we're going to have two. And we're going to have peace in the planet. This is what everybody's seeking for. So let us just come in power, man. See that? And this is what's going to happen. And it's all up to the Heavenly Father when He's going to let us in power. Okay? It's all in the hand of Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai, man. When He's going to let us in power, then we're going to be established. When His will is done, man. And call Allah Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai, man, for understanding this truth and for being an Israelite, man. Straight up. Because this is predestination for Israel. Of course we're going through trials and tribulation, but hey, we're going to be the perfect rulers on the planet Earth. You know? Let me read it real quick too. All things, let me just prove real quick. Let me go real quick. First to the book of Proverbs, now to the book of Jeremiah, because Proverbs I want to read at the end. Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31. It says, spell it for 1 second. Jeremiah 31, it says, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. So with all Israel, with northern and southern kingdom. Not according to the covenant that I made. Oh, no, stay left. So like, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I wasn't husband unto them, saith Yahweh. So Yahweh Bashem was our husband. So showing you that the nation, this is talking about the nation of Israel, another place, okay, like the Revelation 21, okay, because we are as a bride adorned for the husband, okay, we're the bride of Yahushua, man. Verse 32, not according to the covenant that I made, as like verse 33. It says, but this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. So, like, bear with me 1 second. This shall be the covenant that I made with the house of Israel. After those days, saith Yahweh, I will put my laws in the inward parts. And this doesn't mean that the Heavenly Father is going to cut us open and tattoo the laws in our inward parts. No. Going to be made, it means to be made strong in our mind, man. The Heavenly Father is going to put it in our mind. Okay? And it says, and read again, after those days, saith Yahweh, I will put my law in the inward parts and write in the heart, and write it in their hearts, see, in our minds. So it's gonna be in our minds, man. So we're gonna be the basically, hey, Yahushua was the living law, right? We're gonna be the same, man. He was the living word, right? The word became flesh. We're gonna be the same. We're gonna have the law in our inward parts. It won't go off anymore, man. We won't be able to sin anymore, like Yahushua, like it says in the book of Hebrews chapter 4. Yahushua didn't sin. So like, and it says, and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. See that? That's the point. And they shall teach not every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for they shall all know me, save from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith Yahweh, for I will forgive their iniquity and will remember their sins no more. So we're going to have the laws and inward parts. We're going to be perfect judges, perfect rulers. And now, in a second, I'm going to get to Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2, because there it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, man. So we have to understand the supreme power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, when the righteous are in authority, man, when the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua are in rulership, hey, all problems going to be done away with, man. All problems going to be done away with. Of course, you're either going to be going to 1,000 years of hardcore bondage, but then after that, you're going to live in peace and going to have your lands and going to be tributaries unto the Israelites, man. You know? So it's going to be all done in righteousness, man. That's the most important point. All these things going to be done in righteousness, because all these poisonous things that are going on in the world, all the killing, all the wickedness that's going on in the world, going to be done away with, man. Because the Heavenly Father is going to cleanse the world. You know, the Heavenly Father is going to cleanse the world from all wickedness. And going to put the Israelites in rulership, like we just read. We're going to be established on the top of the mountains. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. See that? So understand that, hey, when the righteous are in authority, when the righteous are ruling, all problems are going to be done away with. So desire the righteousness to come upon this planet Earth, man. Even though you're wicked piece of shit, you know, you 2/3 and your wicked Israelites are all across the world that want to have righteousness upon the earth, you're gonna feel ashamed, man. You're gonna feel fucking ashamed. Okay? But that's all the spirit power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So that's everything I got. Yahweh to the spirit power, mercy, grace of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Hashem Kakadash. Was this lesson edifying for the elect? I want to give once again. Call it a yam. Hawat wagabat, wat the water. Love now Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Hashem Kakadash. Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Oshai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Oshai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Oshai Hashem Kakadash. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Hashem Kakadash. Brakatam Haptam Shalom to the elect. Till next time. Shalom. Wa Brakatam Wa Baba. And again, double honors to the elders, Apostle Mills told us the truth. Hey, stay strong in the faith and understand righteousness is about to come on this planet Earth. You know, righteousness is about to come, man. So give it your all, and hey, desire righteousness, man. This is what we should desire. Y'all, till next time. Shalom.